What's up guys, Jason here. In this video I'm going to be teaching you how to make a simple and efficient Minecraft Bedrock Wither skeleton farm. This farm works on 1.19 and on all platforms of Minecraft Bedrock, whether you play on a phone, tablet, Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, or PC. As you can see here, this farm allows you to easily get a lot of blaze rods, coal, wither skeleton skulls, bones, and arrows. For this farm, you'll need 2 chests, 4 redstone torches, 4 observers, 4 pistons, 1 lever, 1 hopper, 1 rail, 1 minecart hopper, 1 trident. By the way, the trident can have any level of durability because it will never break in this farm. 2 lava buckets, 5 glass blocks, 1 sunflower, 1 dirt block, 4 signs, 1 stack and 26 glass panes, 1 torch, 29 ladders, about 6.5 stacks of solid blocks. You can use any type of solid block you want except for solid blocks that burn. A couple examples of solid blocks that don't burn are smooth stone or cobblestone. By the way, the amount of solid blocks you need may vary. And finally, some slabs. By the way, the amount of slabs you need may vary depending on where you make this farm. The first step is to go to another fortress. I recommend you go to another fortress that is above lava. By the way, if you want to make this farm at another fortress that is not above lava, that is fine. You'll just need to place more slabs. Once you have chosen another fortress to make this farm at, go to one of these paths. Now go over to one side of it. Then place a solid block and a glass pane on top of it. Then break this block. Now place 2 glass panes over here. Then place 29 glass panes over here. After you have placed those 29 glass panes, place 29 glass panes at each of these spots as well. By placing these glass panes, you will be able to find a wither skeleton spawning spot. The glass panes should be 1 block above this path. After you have placed those glass panes, go to one of the pillars that the glass panes are near. I'm going to choose to go over to this pillar. Then dig down 27 blocks. By the way, be careful not to fall into lava. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. After you're finished digging 27 blocks down, place 26 ladders over here. Those ladders will allow you to easily access that bottom area. The next step is to place slabs on all blocks within about 50 blocks of this spot. By the way, you'll not have to place any slabs on blocks that are under lava. Also, don't place any slabs on the blocks that are directly below the glass panes. By placing these slabs, we will be able to prevent mobs from spawning outside of the farm. That will cause more mobs to spawn in the farm. By the way, if you want to be able to prevent hostile mobs from spawning while you make this farm, you can set the world difficulty to peaceful. As you guys can see there, I have covered all blocks that are within about 50 blocks of the bottom of the ladder with slabs. After you're done placing slabs on all blocks within about 50 blocks of this spot, go over here. Now wait down here for a couple minutes. Mobs should now spawn in the glass panes. At this point, make sure the world difficulty is not set to peaceful. Once you're done waiting, go up here. As you guys can see there should be some mobs that spawned in the glass panes. The spot where mobs are between the glass panes are mob spawn spots. If you don't see any spots where wither skeletons have spawned, go back down here. Then wait for a couple more minutes. After you're done waiting, go back up there to check if any wither skeletons have spawned. If no wither skeletons have spawned in the glass panes, go back down here, then try setting your world difficulty to peaceful and then to hard. Also, try setting the world simulation distance to 4 chunks. You can do that by leaving the world, then going into the world settings. Once wither skeletons have spawned, choose a spawn spot to make the farm at. I recommend you choose the spawn spot that is the closest to the ladder. I'm going to choose to make my farm at this spawn spot. By the way, make sure you choose a spawn spot where wither skeletons have spawned. After you have chosen the spawn spot where you want to make this farm at, break the 4 glass panes that are enclosing the mobs. Now kill the mobs. Now place a slab at each of these 4 blocks. Those slabs should be below where the glass panes were. The next step is to find the 2 south slabs at this spawn spot. To do that, first place a dirt block on a slab. Now place a sunflower on the dirt block. Now position yourself so that you are looking the same way as the face of the sunflower. The face of a sunflower always faces east, so I know this direction is east. Now turn to the right. This direction is south. Since this direction is south, I know the two south slabs of this spawn spot are these two slabs. Those are the two slabs that are closest to the south direction. After you have identified the south slabs, break them. Then break this dirt block. Now break these two blocks. Then place two solid blocks over here. Now place two more solid blocks over here. Now place two glass blocks over here. Then break these two blocks. The next step is to break the two blocks that are in front of these slabs. Now break any glass panes that are above those spots. Now break these two slabs and these two blocks as well. The next step is to break blocks surrounding this hole except for those two blocks. After you have done that, place a solid block at each of these spots. The next step is to break all blocks, slabs, and glass panes that are surrounding that outline. By clearing out this area, it will be easier for you to make the farm. At this point, if there are any blocks around the glass blocks, break them. Then place a solid block at each of these spots. Then place 4 blocks over here. Then extend that 4-block high wall around this area. Once you have done that, the farm should look like that. The next step is to place a block at each of these spots. The next step is to place a slab on the block that is below each of the remaining glass panes. Once you're done with that step, break the glass panes. The next step is to break the blocks below the floor and walls of the farm. If you're in survival mode, I recommend you create a bridge from the ladder to the part under the farm. If you choose to do that, remember to break the bridge later. Once you have done that, place a block at each of these spots. After you are done with that step, break this bridge. At this point, if there are any blocks around the farm that don't have slabs, place slabs on them. Now place a slab at each of these spots as well. The next step is to go to the bottom of this ladder. Once you're at the bottom of this ladder, create a bridge out of the solid blocks until you get underneath the farm. After you have created a bridge to the area under the farm, create a platform that is aligned under the farm. This platform should be at the same height that is at the block at the bottom of the ladder. After you have created a platform, go up here. By the way, if you're in survival mode, you can easily get up here by towering up with blocks. If you choose to tower up with blocks, just make sure you break the blocks later. Now place a block at each of these spots. Then continue placing blocks at each of those spots until you get down to the platform. This will be the drop chamber in the farm. After you're done with that step, break these bottom blocks of the drop chamber. Now face the side of the platform that is opposite of those glass blocks. My glass blocks are over there, so I'm going to face this way. Now extend the platform out by 3 blocks in that direction. The next step is to place a piston at each of these spots. After you have placed those pistons, place a redstone torch at each of these spots. Now place an observer over here. Make sure the top arrow of that observer is facing this piston. Then place an observer over here. Make sure the top arrow of that observer is facing that piston. Now place an observer at this spot. The top arrow of that observer should be facing that piston. Finally, place an observer over here. The top arrow of that observer should be facing this piston. It's really important that all your pistons, redstone torches, and observers are placed correctly. The next step is to place 2 blocks over here, 4 over here, and 4 over here as well. The next step is to break these 2 blocks. Then place a block at each of these spots. Now throw a trident at that piston. By the way, the trident can have any level of durability because the trident will never break in this farm. After you have thrown the trident, place a lever over here. Now flick it down. Once the pistons stop moving, flick it up. As you guys can see there, that should cause the pistons to move around infinitely. Now flick this lever down. Now place 2 glass blocks over here, and 1 at this spot. Then place a slab over here. That is the trident killer in this farm. It will automatically kill all the mobs. The next step is to break this block. Now go down here. Then place 4 blocks over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you're in survival mode and want to be able to go into lava without catching on fire, you can drink a potion of fire resistance. If you don't want to go into lava, another option is to create a bridge over from the nearest pillar. If you choose to do that, remember to break the bridge later. After you have placed these blocks, place a block over here and 2 blocks over here. Then face the trident killer. Now place 2 blocks over here. Now crouch down and place 2 chests over here. Then crouch down and place a hopper at this spot. Make sure the nozzle of that hopper is facing the chest. Now crouch down and place a rail on the hopper. By the way, it does not matter what direction the rail is facing. Then place a minecart hopper over here. After you have done that, place a block at each of these spots. It's important that the minecart hopper is under one of the 4 blocks of the trident killer floor. That will be the collection system in this farm. The minecart hopper will collect loot from the trident killer, then funnel that loot into that hopper. That hopper will then funnel the loot into that collections chest. The next step is to place 4 slabs like this. Now place 3 ladders over here. Once you have done that, count up 4 blocks from this observer. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then break these 2 blocks. Now place 2 signs over here. After you have done that, go to the side. Now count up 5 blocks from this piston. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then break these 2 blocks. Now place 2 signs over here. After you have done that, place 3 blocks over here, and 3 over here as well. Now place 2 blocks over here, 3 over here, and 1 at this spot. Then place a slab at each of these spots. After you have done that, go back to the front of the trident killer. Then break these 2 blocks. Now place lava at each of these spots. As you guys can see here, that lava should flow like that. That lava will prevent wither skeletons from dying off fall damage so you can get more loot and XP in this farm. The next step is to replace these 2 blocks, and these 2 blocks as well. The next step is to enclose the platform in front of the trident killer with blocks. After you're done with that step, place slabs on the roof. After you have done that, go over to the bridge that connects your ladder to your platform. Then break some blocks so you will be able to enter the platform. Now fill in this area with slabs. Then place slabs on the bridge and any blocks that are around the trident killer. After you're done with that step, place a torch in this room. The next step is to make sure that all blocks outside of the farm that are within about 50 blocks of that spot are covered with slabs. At this point, you don't have to place too many more slabs because you placed a lot of the slabs earlier. As you guys can see there, I barely had to place any more slabs because most of the blocks were already covered with slabs that I placed earlier. I am now going to do a quick fly around so that you can check and make sure I've made this farm correctly. At a pillar there should be a ladder. Next to the ladder there should be a bridge that leads towards the Trident Killer platform. The Trident Killer platform should be enclosed with blocks. By the way, it's fine if your bridge and Trident Killer platform look different than mine. Over here there should be the Trident Killer. Over there should be lava. All blocks that are within about 50 blocks of this spot that are outside of the farm should be covered with slabs. As you guys can see here, the blocks around the farm are covered with slabs. Down here there should be this collection system. Finally over here there should be the Wither Skeleton spawning spot. Those two glass blocks should be above the south blocks of the Wither Skeleton spawning spot. I am now going to show you how to use this Wither Skeleton farm. To use it, first flick this lever up, then stand over here. Now all you have to do is wait. Wither Skeletons and other mobs will spawn at the Wither Skeleton spawning spot. They will then get pushed off by the glass blocks into this Trident Killer. In the Trident Killer, all the mobs will get automatically killed. By having slabs around the farm, mobs will not be able to spawn in those areas. That will cause more mobs to spawn in the farm. You will collect the XP over here, and all the loot will get collected by the minecart with hopper, funneled into the hopper, and funneled into the collections chest. By the way, if you want to get more loot at a time from this farm, you can hold a sword that is enchanted with Looting 3. The Looting 3 effect will be applied to the trident. Whenever you're done using this farm, flick this lever down to shut the Trident Killer off. You can then collect the loot down here. By the way, if you don't want some of the loot, you can easily get rid of it by throwing it into lava. If you want to expand this collection system, crouch down and place 2 chests over here. Then break this block. Now crouch down and place a hopper at the spot. The nozzle of that hopper should be facing that chest. If this farm does not work for you, try switching the world difficulty to peaceful and then to hard. Also, try setting the world simulation distance to 4 chunks. You can do that by leaving the world then going into the world settings. If you don't want to set your world simulation distance to 4 chunks, another option is to cover all blocks within about 130 blocks of the spot that are outside of the farm with slabs. I hope you enjoyed learning how to make this simple and efficient automatic Minecraft Bedrock Wither Skeleton farm. Please like, comment, subscribe, and check out my other Minecraft videos. Thanks for watching.